I would actually be very interested actually to see other motovloggers do, well, a similar thing anyway, of showing their equipment.
I've heard some people say that they would like to get into motovlogging, but it's just too expensive. And it's true, if you go top of the line, if you get name brand stuff, yeah, it is expensive, man. You get a GoPro camera or a drift camera or, you know, one of the popular cameras out there. Yeah, that stuff's expensive. But I wanted to throw this video out there to show that if you really want to get into motovlogging, man, it doesn't have to be crazy expensive. And I use a couple different cameras. I use my TCL SVC200 and my wonderful little SJ4000. Damn, I love this little camera, man. Little GoPro clone. And I'll do a separate video on the SJ4000. And I'm not going to get into all the features and all the details, but I thought, you know what, let me at least just show my setup and how I have my cameras set up. This camera here, primarily I use as a dash cam. You know, I have it always on my helmet. It's always on. And, you know, if I want to throw out a vlog, you know, a spur of the moment, bam, I can do so because it's always on. It's ready to go. It's got my mic all set up and everything. I'll show you the mic here in a minute. But it's nice because it's convenient. That's what I love about the TCL SVC200. The convenience, you just can't beat it. Here's another thing I love. Look at this thing, man. Look at the low profile of this thing. This thing is thin, it's small, it's light. I mean, dude, this thing is awesome. It's got a tripod mount here on the bottom. Will stand up if I need to, if I want to take it off my helmet and bam, record some things like bam, it won't fall over. Some of the other cameras out there they won't stand up. It's weird. They didn't put a flat bottom. But the camera is super, super easy to operate. Here's your on and off button. Here's your take pictures button right here. And here's your record video button. One button, seriously, all you got to do is slide it, bam, and you are recording. Seriously, that's all you have to do. Just slide that thing forward, it's recording, bam, slide it back, it's stop recording. Really is super, super easy, man. I love the camera for the ease of use. Check this out. In the back here, there's actually two little doors. There's this little rubber covering here that covered the mic and the micro USB here, and I just tore this off because it didn't fall off. It wasn't flimsy or anything like that. It didn't fall off on its own. I tore it off because I just didn't need it, you know. I mean, it was always flipped up, sticking out like this. I just tore it off. But negatives, it's a 2.5 millimeter microphone jack, which means you probably need an adapter, and I've got an adapter that I use on my helmet, micro USB. But check this out. Here's another door here. You pop this one open, and here's where you get to the battery, the SD card. I've got a micro USB in here that is, I think this is 64. Yeah, I've got a 64 gig micro SD card in here. And it's also got this pretty cool HDMI out, you know? So if you want to throw your videos up on the TV or whatever, and you can easily do so with the HDMI. I don't ever use that. Here's the really cool thing. Check this out, man. Look at this battery in here. Here's the battery, okay? You sort of flip this little latch down, and then bam, pop out the battery. This is the battery. Hold on, before I show you that. This is the battery it came with. This is the battery that it came with. And if any of you are like me from the old school and you had an old school Nokia phone, bam, it's a Nokia battery. Check that out. It is a Nokia. It's a Nokia battery, man. I was like, what the hell? I mean, seriously, when I got this out, I was like, hey, wait a minute. I got an old Nokia phone. I searched around the house in a drawer that I had. I found the old Nokia phone, busted out the battery, popped it in here, and surprisingly, this battery still holds a charge. After all these years, I haven't used a Nokia phone in years, and still holds a charge. That's why I'm using it. I use this one, charge this one up. This is my backup battery, but you can buy these off of Amazon or eBay, and you know they're everywhere. You know, so they're not proprietary batteries. It's kind of cool, man. They're using a Nokia battery in there. Anyway, a couple other things. It has a waterproof case here, which I don't use, but or I don't usually use. But it's what's cool. Check this out. Let me throw this battery back in here. Bam. When you throw the camera in here, okay, because you don't have access to any of the buttons, right? No access to the buttons. All you have is this big old yellow slider on the top. Slide it forward. Bam. Look at this. Turns the camera on and starts recording. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there it is. Actually is recording. Isn't that cool, man? You know, actually is recording. Obviously, you can't have access to the microphone jack or anything like that, so you're not gonna have audio. But it's cool because it's waterproof and it's recording. You want to turn it off? Bam! Slide it back, stops recording, turns the camera off. Man, I think that's awesome, man. I mean, really, really cool stuff. You know, real easy to use and cool. Let me show you the setup on my helmet. What I have. So you see here on the bottom, I've got a tripod mount, and so I actually just used this little adapter. It did not come with this adapter. This is an adapter that came with my SJ4000. You know, there's tons of adapters. When I go over this, man, oh my God, you'll see there's just tons of adapters. But I just grabbed one of the adapters from the SJ4000, and this is a good one here. Grab the helmet. You can see on my helmet here, bam, on the side of my helmet, I just put the this mount, and again, this mount came with my SJ4000. And what I did was I just stuck it on here with that 3M tape, okay? And all I have to do is unscrew this right here, bam, put this up in here like this, bam, throw that up in there, tighten it up, okay, bam, 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 slide this thing up, tighten this part, and bam! I got a camera on the side of my helmet. Look at that, boy. Look at that. Damn. Look at that. That thing is ready to go. Awesome, man. And then what I did was I snaked a mic in here. I got a mic in my cheek pad, and actually I've got the same mic right here. This is the mic. This is the actual mic. It's a Sony mic, ECM CS10. Got that stuck into the cheek pad. Have it sticking out right here, coming down here on the bottom, and again, you need that adapter so that you can plug the 3.5 into the 2.5, and then bam, there it is, right in there. I'm ready to go. Look at that. I am ready to go, man. I am. Seriously, it's super convenient. I mean, the downsides, the quality to me is not the highest. Like, it doesn't have the quality that you get with the SJ4000. I think, in my opinion, the audio quality is also not the highest as well. I personally like the audio quality. The SJ4000 doesn't even have a microphone jack, but I use my Sony recorder usually, and I like the audio quality here better. But anyway, just thought I'd show my setup on my Dashcam / Motovlogging cam, because I do use this every so often. The TCL SVC200, man. Oh, got this for $100. That's the whole point. Seriously, just over $100, man. It may be even cheaper now. I got this thing a couple months ago, and just over $100. Seriously, smoking deal. Got it off of Amazon, and if you want to get into motovlogging, spend $100, and bam, there you go. You know, I mean, you get to pay for the mic, but beyond that, it is a very cheap, inexpensive way to get into the game. So anyway, with that, my friends and my people, if you're out there riding, ride with confidence, head up 100%. Yeah, this is SoopaBee.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter, Mars.